it was 240, and he put it on the contract for 110. You buying it for 160, right? Because the rehab is 45, right? 155. It's still 65 cents a dollar, right? But the fact that the area to me is 220, buying it at 155, it's now not it's not 65 cents a dollar now. It's now like 75 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, and so as a person that does fix and flip, if you're using hard money, you have to buy for 65 cents. You guys follow? Because the lender won't lend otherwise. But if you ever look at the hard money loans, you will see that you will typically be sitting on a property for 6 months, right? And then there's points, which is like another 3 points to get the loan. Let's say you borrow for 9 months, right? So that's 12%. Not 12%. 9 months, 9 plus 3 points is 12%. In essence, you are always paying about 75 cents a dollar if you borrow hard money. You guys follow? And so,
Can you explain that one more time?
yeah, because when you borrow hard money, right? If you sit on it for 9 months, you're paying fine. You're borrowing at 65, but because you're sitting for 9 months, you're paying 9%. So it's 65 plus 9 is now 74, right? And then the 3 points is another 3%. So you're really in essence paying 77 cents for a deal. And so to me, I was telling Nick, I was like, this deal still works one of two ways. One is you find a buyer that's buying cash, right? Because you buy cash, buying at 75 cents is no problem. But even at 75 cents, you're not making any money selling, right? And so I told Nick, I was like, the only way for you to make money selling this house is if you renegotiate the 110 down to 105 or 100, so that way he can get paid. But other than that, that's how you would work it. Or, go out of contract, let it sit for a period, and then come back and try to get it for $20,000 less. So that way you get 10%, you get your 10,000, and it's already at 65 cents a dollar. Go ahead.
But another way you could do it is, okay, this might sound crazy, so as you're looking at this block by block movement, and if you're seeing a little bit more movement, if it's able to appreciate, like a little bit of a waiting game by just.
Yeah. So another way of taking advantage of this deal is doing a 203K loan. Right? 203K loans require you to put down like 3.5%. Okay? And not only that, but they require that you sit on it for like 6 months. Right? And the interest rate on those are like 5.5%. So you would buy something like, with a 203K. From there, 203K gives you construction money, correct? So you can renovate, and then you have to sit on it for a period of time, no matter what. You can actually even sit on it for a year or 2 years.
You could rent it. And then
Yeah, the interest rate is minuscule on a 203K. So that's what you could do. And then as the market keeps going up, sell it when you want to sell it. Like, there's people that do that everywhere. So it's not that you can't do it. But yeah, so 203K, cash, or...
So if you're just trying to sell it while that block is still just kind of happening, you're not going to get your best return.
I mean, that's a game up to you, kind of like I'm in the business of turning a lot of properties. And so because of that, I want to get in and out in a very predictable time frame. For other people, they might want to get the maximum return possible per transaction. So it's a different business, If you want the maximum return possible per transaction, I would just refinance on 100% and keep it, right? Because you can refinance on 100%, right? This loan is going to be what? This loan is going to be 160, right? 160 that's $900 a month. I think a fully renovated house, made for the purpose of selling, could rent out for at least $1,200, $1,500. It's one house,
Yeah.
right?
Can I share something with everyone? I remember when I used to wholesale properties. I just want to share a mindset with you guys, because sitting on the other side asking questions, depending on what book you read, what classes you took, it's easy to shoot questions. But understanding the mindset of the situation that he's in, what is a wholesaler? What exactly do they do? And I just want to make sure that everyone's clear that most wholesalers are wholesalers because they're focused on making cash. That means that they're new. So a lot of these questions will not be answered. See, and one of the due diligence that you need to do as investors is get educated. Like go to superinvestors.com and get really educated. Know your questions. And someone like Nick that is out there, you know, on the streets doing all the work for you, it's kind of like, it's like a teamwork, right? Everyone's collaborating, everyone's connecting here, so everyone can work with everyone. However you invest may be all different, depending on how you want to play the game or what you read about on. And it's always going to change. As you educate yourself, you're going to evolve to the point where you're making infinity returns. You know, but starting off, it might just be like, hey, let me just put 3.5% down, get an FHA loan, live upstairs, rent out downstairs, pay for my house. Great, I'm a genius. You know, like it could be something so simple like that, right? So I just want to make sure that everyone understands that, you know, it's really important that everyone understands that he is new, but he's out there doing something. That's the most important thing.
Do it, yeah.
You know, he's doing it. Not trying, he's doing
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
And he's like, whatever it is, I can tell he's open to, you know, your suggestions and what you can do. And it's all about developing a relationship. If the price is wrong, let him know what he's going to be at. I'm pretty sure he's going to go back and get the right price. Over time, it's all about developing the relationships. You know, you work, you save. He's right now trying to build his career, building his dreams. And this is, on the other side, is really hard because he doesn't know this, you know, he doesn't know the taxes, he doesn't know anything. I just want to point this out because I don't want you to sit there and feel like inferior or anything. You know what I mean?
No,
That's all.
I'm very intrigued by this. I'm always looking at what are all the many, many possibilities, because there's so many different ways to skin a cat. So I'm like, oh, we could go
So I'll
back
give
to-
you an example. The next property he's going to present, I used to own a property on that exact block. Okay, and we sold it for 130 2 years ago. It's now copying out at 200,000. Okay. Are we done with this one?
Yeah.
Let's go on now. Let's go into the next one. Are you guys good with this? Any other questions, guys? Don't be shy, guys. This is in your neighborhood, right? And I think the other thing that's really good about this area, like there's so many areas to invest in Philly, you know. I think one of the things I like about investing in Point Breeze, though, is because Point Breeze is a buzzword right now. You know, and when it's a buzzword, people like are attracted to it. People want to buy, and it's like you can actually buy wrong if you wanted and still make out. Because if it's not now, it's like a year from now. You know.
Like one of the things I was sharing about his deals, like I was like, you know, it might not be 65 cents. Wait 2 months and then now it's 65 cents.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
Like, you know, that's all. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so the other house is 1834 Point Breeze Ave.
Looks like you've been in Point Breeze recently.
All right, so I mean, this thing is essentially a shell, but it's listed as it's an MLS deal. It's 3 bed, 1 bath, and it is 1,238 square feet. So,
It's a better size.
By the way, the prior deal, like whatever the comps, whatever the bed count is, the comps conform to that bed count. Meaning, if it's 2 beds, the comps are also 2 beds. You follow? We don't use comps that are not conforming.
all right, so this thing, the ARV, the adjusted ARV is 200,000. It needs it's a shell, right? So it needs like a full gut, and we're assuming $55 a square foot for that. So repairs are 55,000, or 45 to $55 a square foot. So you call it 55,000, right?
Yeah.
55 square foot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the violations will be cured with renovations. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it will.
Yeah, all right, so.
That's $45 a square foot. That's
The basement is not full, like it's not a full gut. It's,
no, he said, no, it's $45 a square foot, that's all.
80,000.
$45 a square foot.
45,000.
That's what you use, right? Because that's what the numbers come
This
up
is,
to.
like an under deal, right? Like Philly, so you would
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
subtract $10 a square
So
foot.
he's doing $45 square foot.
That's what it is.
And then, so we're using the comps they came up with, and they were, comps out like 200,000, right?
So what comps did you come up with?
Not the right ones, apparently. But,
Okay.
so like I went based off of the area, not
Yeah.
that exact street. So going off of the area, we have a couple properties here. We have, I have some that have 2 bedrooms and some that are just,
Yeah.
like, no, they're all 3 bedrooms. I have a set that's two bath, 2 full baths, 1 half bath, and then I have ones that are just 1 full bath, 1 partial bath. So as far as 3 bed, 2 baths with 1 partial, we have 290, 258, 250, and then solds that are 3 bed, 1 are 238, 232, 224. And then there's a couple of actives for the area, which are all about 240 to 250.
How do you do your comps? How do you do your comps? You use Zillow, you Trulia,
I
you use
used
Trend?
the MLS, yeah. So,
So you're an agent?
no, I was able to get someone to hook me up with access.
Okay.
So the way I originally did it was found that ARV for like that neighborhood Point Breeze. I was sticking for that, and I found that like in general in that area, 2 bedrooms, like under 1,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms in that area were selling for about 200,000. Anything above 1,000 square feet was selling. Usually had like a semi-finished basement with a partial bath, and that was more around the 240 area. And then for the 3 bedrooms, they were around like 240 to 260. Again, it depended on square footage, and or actually 250 all the way up to like 290, and that depended on square footage and the number of bathrooms.
What do you lock it up for, and what's the asking price?
So this one I locked it up for 95, and I think that we are going to be off on that, right? So this would be
By about 20,000.
20,000, yeah.
If you're doing 65 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, you're off by 20,000. That's it. It's not that bad. Plus, like I said, I used to own a
It
house
says pending
literally on the
97.
same block. Huh?
It says pending 97 bond.
That's
What
how much.
are we talking about?
95.
It's pending. They just change the status. They don't change the price. Because they're asking. how
Pending
much
doesn't
that
mean
costs.
that price is depending. So that might be the listing price, and it could be pending for 70, but you wouldn't know that. It just
Yeah.
means that it's under contract.
Any questions?
Write down the prices.
It definitely needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a gut.
Yes.
That's what a gut is.
So the 55K on the repair for full gut, it just strikes me as a lot, so I'm just wondering how you, because it needs all electrical, all HVAC, all everything, right?
Yep.
Everything.
So, no, how did you arrive at that? I mean, it's like a-
So I'm using general estimate numbers. So what I've learned is that if every house needs a light, moderate, or like full rehab, right, like a gut. So lights are about $20 to $25 a square foot. Mids are like 35 to 45, or 30, 35.
It's 15 to 20 for
15 to
Philly.
20,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then
So for this being a gut, I used the 45 to 55 range.
we can easily do it.
And then also when you do the 45, 55 dollar per square foot range, do you times that by 1238 per square foot, or do you times that by the footprint?
Do it by the square footage.
Is that the footprint? 1230. Oh, you added the basement as well.
Yeah,
In that 1238 number.
correct.
Okay. So without the basement, how much is it?
It's a lot less, right? It'll be probably 4,500, right? Because each floor is like 500 square foot.
So what I'm saying is when you do the costs per square foot? Do you do it for every square foot in the house, or you just do it for the footprint?
We do it for the, each floor plus the footprint of the basement.
Okay.
Because like it's 500 square foot in the basement, right? But half of it, or like other 200 is an area for the normal utilities. So you would just build up a wall around there and a door, right?
Yeah.
And, sorry?
It should be livable space.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't count it as livable space because it's kind of like it's below ground. So in order to make it livable, you have to have the right size egress windows. But what we're talking about is what kind of renovations we do, right? And so we just box that area up, right? And we just put up a door. And then the rest of the house, we would do the floors, run the electrical, and put up the walls, paint it, and make it look nice, presentable. So yeah. Like if you ever look at the basement of these properties in this area, you would see, it's really funny. Like I used to think that, like normally the way we finish a basement, we would make actual rooms, but not bedrooms because there's no windows. But we would actually like make areas for people to store stuff and all that. But for the point for each area, I find that a lot of people just go in and do the floors, and they put up a wall to divide a utility area and the floors, and then they put up a bathroom, and that to them is a finished basement. Okay. And it works because I mean, what are people gonna really be doing down there, right? Either they're gonna be doing the laundry, or just gonna have like an area just to hang out. But other than that, they're gonna go back upstairs.
Next.
Danny, if I may ask, do you have contractors in this area that you work with?
Are you guessing me?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not in this area, but I have a contractor that one property I work with, and I mean, I think 5 to 6.
Yeah. If I may ask, how much do you think you would charge for this
Yeah.
property?
So we do it?
Yeah, yeah. Consider it's a
Closer to
guy.
75.
75?
Yeah.
I can introduce you.
But I don't know, and that's, maybe it sounds like I don't know the right person, so.
No, no.
Yeah. How did you meet your contractor?
Through somebody who's also done other rehabs,
Okay.
that's somebody that they use, but, that person may be getting a better rate than we are because he's been doing.
Got a lot more
projects.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a way to get really good contractors. Yeah, and at really good prices. Just talk to me after, and I can show you how to do it.
All right.
Are you interested in areas like this?
Potentially, yeah, if this is a Point Breeze or some area.
This is Point Breeze, yeah.
Yeah, right.
The street isn't the street
I
Point
don't
Breeze?
know. I don't know if this is a Point Breeze potential.
If I may ask, what would this dinner look like for you to take advantage of it?
I don't know, I honestly, because I guess right now I'm involved in a full gut,
Yeah.
and I'm not finished it,
Oh.
that I wouldn't take another one.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
we
Until
wouldn't
I was
recommend
done
it.
with it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So I don't know the answer to that, but I would also have to know really, I guess you're saying, what was it, like,
What's the square foot of the property you're working on that's a gut?
it's small, it's only about 980.
Okay, so it's 1,000 square foot. It should be 60 grand finished at the most.
It's definitely gonna be a lot more, it's gonna be more than that, and,
Well, you guys dug out
we
the
dug out the
basement.
basement.
Okay, yeah, that's
They
different.
saw it, yeah, we had to dig out the basement, so,
That's
and
your
there-
first one?
Yes, I'm just oh my God, equity, I have some equity,
Yeah.
and somebody else bought it and they're, doing
Got it,
something.
okay.
So, I'm just learning it, but I mean, I can see it, just has a lot of challenges because it's very small.
Yep.
And so to get it so that you can get max,
Value,
space,
yeah.
it's a challenge.
Absolutely.
But anyway,
So like, for example, like the way we do this deal, the way I would do this deal is, I would, like, to me, I wouldn't buy it for more than 80 grand. Right, because 80 plus 55 is gonna be 225, right? Is that right? Or 235, right? So I gotta actually get it for 75.
75, yeah.
Yeah, and that's if I'm buying it with hard money, right? If I'm buying it with cash, I can go up to 85, okay? And from there, I would renovate it. Or better yet, before I do renovations, during inspections, if there's anything that I discover that's like ridiculous, kind of like, oh, having to dig out the basement, that's gonna cost an extra $10,000, $50,000. And because of that, I would say, oh, I need to get the property cheaper, or else I need to bail out, I need to walk, And so I would just put it on the contract, send out some contractors, see what the actual cost is to make this property similar in kind to the others, And then, if it makes sense, go forward with it, but if not, I would just bail out. And so the point is, don't be afraid to put properties in a contract, okay? To put properties in a contract.
And then just bail if it's not right.
Yeah, because you have that window, you know? For me, like, we put so many properties on the contract, and our goal is to put as many on the contract as we can without seeing it, you know? Because we can't go see every property and then put it on the contract. Plus, when you do that at times, by the time you make an offer, somebody else put it on a contract. And then so you just wasted your time going out to see it. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Me? Oh, how do you put a property under contract without having like a mortgage letter or something like that?
Well, I mean, the seller would want that. So you would have to get pre-qualified, all that stuff before you make an offer.
But how can you do that when you get to the point that you have like multiple properties, you know, like in your, you know what I mean? Like if you have, like, 'cause I already have an income property and I can't borrow any more money, but I want to go into the next property, so I'm looking to partner with an investor. But if I get an investor, how do I get a property under contract?
So you can get unlimited properties, okay? It's just that you're talking to a wrong mortgage rep,
Oh, okay.
okay? You're talking to a wrong mortgage rep. You get unlimited properties.
Call him after this. Yo, bro, I just got back from this meetup. Look,
No, what you're doing with what's called like residential lenders,
Yeah.
where they sell their mortgages to Fannie and Freddie, and Fannie and
Yeah.
Freddie can only give you a certain amount of mortgages.
Yeah.
But privately held mortgages, there's no limited amount. So a good company to buy, you know, to do refinances with, for example, is Sprout Mortgage. It's a no-doc mortgage company, and they can do up to 7% for no doc, up to 75 cents a dollar. Now, and they can do unlimited loans. Now, if you give them more information like your credit score, all this other stuff, the rates go lower.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's called Sprout, you said?
Sprout, yeah,
Sprout what?
mortgage.
Sprout mortgage?
all right.
They do it based on, yeah, go ahead.
Any other questions on these guys? We're all clean, good? All right. Feel free to follow up with them after, okay?
Woo!
I remember you, Mike. Mike, just don't mention the street address, because when you're raising capital, you can't do that, yeah.
Okay, please give us, everybody welcome Mike. Mike, please give us an introduction.
Give Mike
Let me start off by saying, at one point in time, I sat where you guys were. I used to flip houses. Actually, I flipped 7 of them. It was because of this guy right here, back about 2013. He pulled me down to a meeting in Philadelphia airport. A guy by the name of Dave
Linda.